Leaders, slow is the new fast. Yes, slow is the new fast. Hi, I'm Tim Alston, and welcome to the 10 Commandments of Leadership podcast for this Tuesday. This is where we educate, equip, and empower emerging leaders with God-thought leadership, and where we present current events and newsmakers in the light of best practices from the Bible. Again, did you know that slow is the new fast? In a world that measures success by how much we do and how quickly we do it, we've lost sight of a counterintuitive truth. Sometimes slowing down allows us to go farther, smarter, and stronger. On September 10, 2025, Fast Company magazine published an article entitled, "Slow is the New Fast," and here's what it said. This isn't about moving slowly for its own sake. It's about moving at the speed of insight rather than the speed of anxiety. Rest isn't only about physical recovery. Its purpose is cognitive and emotional renewal, which is the space where subconscious continues to process complex challenges while your conscious mind recuperates. And what leaders once understood intuitively is now being rediscovered in the boardrooms of modern business. Strategic pauses produce better decision-making and leadership presence. We see this principle laid out in places we may never have ever thought. For example, in higher education, tenured faculty are granted extended time away from regular academic activities, sometimes for 6 months, sometimes even for a year, for research, restoration, and renewal. This time-honored modern tradition is called a sabbatical, which is literally a season, yes, a strategic pause of deliberate rest, so that that scholar can return to work refreshed and more effective. And then there's the preschool. As children in pre-K, we all learn the value of rest. After playing hard and studying our ABCs and our numbers, we were required to lie down for a nap. This built-in strategic pause in our day gave our young minds and our young bodies renewal. And then there's even the example in country living, where farmland itself models this wisdom. Living in the country now, my wife and I see the fields across from our home planted with corn, soybeans, and other crops. After harvesting this corn this fall, for example, the ground was left to rest and be rotated, a necessary strategic pause so it doesn't burn out from producing the same crops over and over again. Farmers call this crop rotation, but the principle applies also to us as well. Without that strategic rest, our souls and the soil get depleted. What could happen if we stopped insisting that rest must be earned and then started treating that strategic pause as a leadership requirement? What kind of leaders and organizations and communities might flourish if we honored this both work and renewal, this leadership breakthrough that is radical for us today? We could then learn to stop and to breathe and to remember. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. And if this message is becoming to you, then you should be coming to us. And if you like what you're hearing, then hit the like button, the share button, or the subscribe button. And we'll look to see you tomorrow. First of all, for Tim Alston's Leadership Nuggets. And that happens on weekdays at 7 a.m., 1 p.m., and 7 p.m., as well as this 10 Commandments of Leadership podcast, weekdays at 4 p.m. Central Time. And all of these are available on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Thank you, take care, and God bless.